Hey, this is crazy, bro. This is insane. Weird activity, and it's crazy that this is going on in the culture. Let me set it up real quick. Alright, so I'm about to listen to this video. And it's a very touchy subject that we're about to listen in on. And some people, there'll be some people who are like laughing at the situation. I don't find any of this hilarious. And if people would understand the reality that the battle rap culture is in, this is what happens when new fans get bigger notoriety than other fans. And I even hate to put it in this context. And this is a weird subject all in all. This man has snuck into the back of a vehicle without a woman's consent, without her knowing. How do you not notice? He might be like 6 foot something. Sebastian. That's his name. Sebastian. That might not be your actual name, but I'm not calling you your Twitter handle. You have infiltrated the culture. You have infiltrated the culture. You done had notoriety from big names, and then you crumbled down in one day. They said you were too big for your britches. You was up there talking to Sue Surf, GEECHI, Rosenberg Raw. You was talking to Anwar, Rita. You was trying to be upper echelon when you're just a fan. This is what I try to tell people. That battle rap is entertainment. Don't get them in the same boat. Because this is sickening to me. So, what I'm about to do, hold up 1 second. Let me bring to the forefront on what was said. Oof. All right. Are we ready? Because I had to get all this all together. So, it's already at like 6,500 views, whatever. But Greedy defends himself. TATY and MONI says he touched them easy. GEECHI and FROZENBERG reacts. So let's cause I'm gonna skip past like 5-6 minutes of this video because I already heard majority of it. Um, Sebastian had went into Taty's room, and first of all, she has a whole man, and they had a space. Hold up, so there was a space relationship, space girlfriend situation. I am agreeing with Sue Surf that this is wrong. That this should have not happened, to say the least. This is sick. Baffling, if you will. So, what else is going to happen with Greedy Gotti? Because I've seen some people said he better be glad he deactivated in time. Because if they found Greedy, now, Sebastian, if they would have found your address, that is checkmate. I'm going to say it again. If they would have found your address, that is checkmate. You have nowhere else to run. This is... I have seen the first space with Rosenberg Raw. 1,500 people. The space with Bill Collector in it, I think that was like 800-900. I see another one with Sue Surf and Calico that said almost 1,600 people. They are still going on about this situation that shouldn't have occurred. What went wrong the first time? He got too big for his britches. Y'all have big up this man so much to make it seem that he is untouchable. And now the untouchable is touchable. Pause if needed. So, we about to get into this video. I'm going to let the people talk and see where everything went wrong. Now, let me just go, let me see. I'll go to just right. I'll go right here. Alright. So, this is what we're going to do. And then he was saying some questionable things. Greedy. And then they called you Grabby Gotti. This is not good for the soul. But I'm listening. Y'all got the floor.
Know about all this.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, listen.
Yo, it seemed weird to me. Listen, I'm gonna keep it $1 because I know some hood niggas. Listen, hold on. I want to say something. This story weird as shit, bro. I don't niggas is not gonna say this, but I'm gonna say this. It's easy talking. The story weird as shit. If you felt like that you was being disrespected, you should have told somebody. Period, my nigga. You mean period? Because you mean we need to out them and we need to get that shit straight from the motherfucking from the anybody. Kids, anybody touching female, don't need to be in this culture. Bottom line, period. So when you don't say something right away, I think as a hood nigga that you wasn't as violated as you think you was, or what you saying it. You dig what I'm saying? Like that. And if you did tell anybody and them niggas was still around, them niggas, to me, my opinion is all y'all cornballs. You dig what I'm saying? Like that, because y'all was following a nigga who y'all didn't meet anyway. So I think this story is dumb as shit.
Wait. So EFM was created by somebody who nobody met, but everybody agreed with. Ugh. Let that simmer in your spirit. Because how in the world do you start a group with someone you never met? You never seen this man's face. Who doesn't show their face? Who are you, Batman? Superman? Spider-Man? This is... I am distraught. So this man has this big enough following that y'all gave him. He's up there with the battle rappers. He's not even a battle rapper. He's up there with... there's some low tiers that he has more followers than. Facts. These are weird people tendencies. He has no people skills, I see. He was drunk. And where was the guys to, handle the situation? Is this, I have a lot of, there might be like a lot of soft-spoken men in this generation that we are in now. Because I don't show no respect to what Sebastian has done. There's a lot of things going on. We losing lives day after day after day. We lost. First, it was the kids, the one adult. We have been losing people consecutively. And then people still don't want to show a blind eye to what's going on. You see, he has deleted his page. But we know what you look like, though. You are now, Sebastian, you are now a target. If you come outside, mind you, I'm going to say this first and foremost. I might not have ever been to an event, but people know what I look like. Every video that I do, every blog that I do, I let people know who I am, where I'm from. I tell people over and over that I'm a square. I don't care how y'all take it, how y'all flip it. I'm 100%, but I'm not 100% on what Sebastian talking about. But let's see what's good.
Shit, we shouldn't even be following it. This shit should be canceled. It should be a dub because y'all really not even really a part of this shit. Let's talk about Ultimate Madness 5. And the story I'm just hearing, it sound like bullshit to me. I'ma tell y'all.
I mean, you can say that all you want, EAZY, but I said, like I said what I said, and I stand on what I said. But I never said nobody raped, none of that shit. Everybody else is saying that shit. I never said that. But what I did say, for one, the reason I did say something is because this motherfucker been blocked and had the nerve to call my phone trying to talk to me. And right after, he sent me a message apologizing, all type of shit.
And ended up in the backseat of the car. We just all gonna ignore that part of the story.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
You on that?
How's a nigga in the
backseat of the car?
Wait,
And you say you was with your man out there?
I said something because I just found out like 2 days ago that he was groping and shit with other bitches in Atlanta too. So that means I'm not the only one who he was on some weird shit with. That's why I said something.
Yo, hold on. But how does a nigga wind up in the back seat with a Pooh Shiesty on and you
Bruh.
pull off with him? I don't. That
Yeah,
don't make sense to me.
Yeah, that is weird. How in the world do he sneak in the back of the car, not being noticed, with a Pooh Shiesty? He got the ski on. You ain't noticed this big man in your back seat. How you not notice that? You just driving. You don't look at the mirror. Like, who is you, fam? Who is you? Different type of time is going on. If this was back in the when in the culture early, he would have been gone. He would have been out of here. That's a Fendi. He would have been gone. I don't even want to say the words that would have happened to that man. He wouldn't be here. Man, that's just crazy.
Bring him. Don't y'all got his number? That was y'all homeboy too.
No, that's y'all homeboy. We don't know.
We're not making accusations on him. You are, so we don't have to call him. Respectfully.
Oh, this just got dirty.
But y'all asking me like what? That's what I'm saying.
They basically trying to figure out, how did you drive all the way with a grown ass man in your back seat? That's what they trying to figure out.
earned that kiss.
You said what?
They want to know, how did you drive with a grown man in your back seat without noticing?
He was ducked down. That's the only fucking way possible.
Hold up. You telling me he was dug down? How big is your car to not notice this big man in your back seat? How big is your car? What, you driving a truck? I'm not here to laugh. I'm not joking around. I need real answers. You talking about how far did he duck? Do you have enough room in the back to where you can't see him at all? And then you get out of the car and you don't notice him in your back seat? What? Oh my goodness. And then people in here laughing.
Like, it sound crazy to y'all. That shit was crazy to me. The nigga popped up. His first words, he said, "It's crazy. My first time touching Tati is stopping her from a fight." 10 minutes after we was already driving, he ain't say shit or nothing the whole time in the car.
Hey, they always tell you check your back seat when you drive off.
For sure, no, dead
with a
ass.
whole grown man, and he made it to the PJs.
And we
he
was
got
drunk
jump coats.
as hell. Like,
he made it to the pajamas.
With a ski mask.
Hey, but don't lie, I just gotta agree with Easy on this one. This ain't really my business, man. Much blessings, and you know what I mean, to everybody involved in this situation, man. This ain't really Gotti business. I just, just wanted to get the clarification, because when I'm hearing like rape and shit like that, I'm like, yo, that's some shit they gotta check at the door. But you respectfully said that ain't what went down, and that ain't what it was. So like,
I said that from the beginning. I don't play none of that shit. So
there we go. Yeah, because I'm seeing that. I'm like, wait, niggas letting them do this, and they still kicking it like that. Hold on, that's what I want to clear.
Nah, that's good. The explanation came out. Shit, really a true life love story. Son did a lot for a kiss he didn't even get. Like, I hope he got that kiss from somebody. Like, that is the most effort ever for a kiss. Like,
I don't want you to feel like nobody was disrespecting you or nothing like that. But that's where the curiosity came from. You know what I'm saying? A man being deemed a sexual predator or something like that, you can't recover from that. So when you like, what y'all want to know? Why y'all want to know? That's why we wanted to know, because motherfuckers was,
Froze. I'm just kind of mad she from the hood and didn't know nobody was in her back seat. That's crazy.
I ain't gonna hold you.
She from the hood. She from Chicago, nigga. We from PA. We looking in our back seat.
And what was the reaction when you did notice him? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, he in the back seat. All right, cool. I guess he can ride. Like, what the fuck happened when you found out he was in the back seat? Like. But I don't want to dig too much more into your story. I feel like you put enough out there that you wanted to put out there, and you made it clear he ain't no rapist. He ain't trying to take no pussy. He was just on some creepy shit. Like almost kind of like how Prep was on some creepy shit. So we gonna keep it a thou while. We not gonna get carried away. But that's her story. She's sticking to it.
They was just playing tag.
This man just said they was just playing tag. Oh my goodness. What do you. It don't matter. Actually, it does matter that this shouldn't have happened. TATY is from Chicago, the hood. Who don't check their back seat? Who don't check their back seat? Let me know. Let me find out. Because that's weird to me. Even I check my back seat. Before I go to work, before I go anywhere, I check my back seat. I check everywhere before I even go anywhere. Because, people do a lot of things to your car when you ain't buy it. They'll steal your gas. They'll steal your catalytic converter. Hey, I'm just saying.
Your ass be playing tag. Don't play with me.
We play manhunt.
And you talking about some, yeah, I know you be manhunting. For
Yeah,
sure.
Bob,
that's a
And
boss.
I
like
kind
I
of walked
said,
into that one. I
like
can't
I
lie.
said,
Easy.
I kind of
she
walked
out
into
there
that
saying she
one.
from the hood and shit. I damn sure am. And I was in Atlanta drunk as hell having a ball. That's what the fuck was going on. It took some goofy shit happen.
Now, Ma, if you
See?
really feel like you got violated, I'm sorry to hear that. I just can't understand how a nigga that you block with a pool shiesty on is in your back seat, and then he winds up back at y'all space, and you don't tell the people you with, get this nigga the fuck out of here. That's all I'm saying. That's why it sounds crazy.
Alright. I'm not
So
even
no, so
gonna
not like
start. The
if you
only
true.
like this crazy because I still don't want to slander nobody. But who knew they was there. If they choose to say something, like I ain't even finna do that. The bitches who he grew up. I'm sorry, I say bitches, but I respect the women who he grew up that I know of. If they don't want to say nothing, that's them. Like that's just what that is. I'm not gonna say nobody else's name, but I
Well,
speak.
Oh, shoot. So, you see, I think this girl named Stephanie tweeted, "Why does Greedy get a pass for not knowing how to talk to women, but the women he made uncomfortable don't get a pass for not knowing how to deal with an inappropriate man? Inappropriate? Oh my. This is crazy. Dang. Sebastian, you don't know how to talk to women? Oh, see, what's the kicker to this is when a woman likes you, she shows that she likes you. He might not notice that yet. Cause I ain't blaming no woman in this situation. Sebastian gets all the blame. But I need to hear what Sebastian was talking about.
For my motherfucking self. That's why I'm up here.
then listen. All jokes aside, I just want you as a black woman to put yourself in better situations because that could have went way worse.
Yeah,
If
that's
this
a
is what you're
fact.
saying that you block this nigga and he's hopping in back seats with ski masks, that part sounds crazy. So just be careful, man. That's all I'm saying. Cause you somebody's daughter, sister,
For
wife,
sure.
all of that. Just be careful. Cause that's
All
Yeah,
right.
the story
I
sounds
ain't gonna
crazy.
hold y'all.
that's
I'm
a
side
fact.
eyeing a lot of niggas because, like I said, I stopped by their Airbnb and niggas look mad comfortable around him. I'm side eyeing a lot of niggas who probably did
Yeah,
know and admitted to knowing, and they just held a secret because what your career is in a balance. No, nigga, y'all niggas is already on. People
So
already got
no,
eyes on y'all.
Rita.
Y'all good.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. They didn't know. I ain't go to. A lot of people did not know. Some people did. They not battlers who knew. None of the battlers. I'm sorry, knew or nothing like that. And the, even the person in the space
Is
that
Dice a
said
battler? Do Dice battle?
Dice knew that he tried to kiss me. I didn't tell Dice all the other shit until after.
The kiss
But
alone, like trying to,
Yeah,
first
we
of all,
already
walking
packed
in
for
my
Dice the
sure,
room,
fuck
nah,
up.
for sure.
yeah,
But
walking in
either
the
way,
room
even
and
the
then
nigga
trying
who
to
spoke
kiss
up
me
in the
afterwards,
space,
and Dice knows about it, and he's still sitting around the nigga like it's cool, and he not expressing it to other. Like, first of all, that's some weird ass activity.
Wow. Weird activity alert. Sebastian, you tried to kiss her? And she said, and she put her head away. You still trying to go? Bro, you need to relax. Get whoever's man's this is, get your man's out of here, bro. Get your man's out of here.
I would expect a grown man to go and tell, oh, yo, homeboy, this nigga right here is on some weird shit. He just did some weird shit to
Yo,
Tati. I'm
Rita,
removing myself.
saying I ain't say nothing because that nigga put niggas on in battle rap is crazy.
That's why I'm like, what, Nick? In my opinion, anyway, I feel like niggas already got eyes on them. They've already touched like Midnight Madness. They've already touched I Battle, GTX. Y'all already got eyes on y'all. Y'all don't fucking need this nigga, and y'all already had shit in the works. Y'all don't really need that one person to continue keeping y'all in a position that y'all in. But at the same time, niggas should have said, like, niggas should have been stand up, and if they knew, they should have let their homies know. Cause now what? Y'all want to bring? Now, don't get me wrong. People like to bring their friends, cousins, girlfriends, whatever to events and shit like that. And you got this weirdo nigga sitting around. Niggas is in an Airbnb together and all that. Like, I'm sorry. Niggas should have told other niggas, and they should have made sure that that nigga was excluded from anything. If you going to be here for this event to host, nigga, you got to get a separate hotel. You can't be in an Airbnb with us. Because last time you did some weird shit to Tati. Like, that shit right there is just not cool.
Hey, what's happening this lush? I wanna say some shit about this too. What's good, y'all?
What's
Um,
good?
what's up?
What's up, my boy?
What's happening with y'all? What's up, Frozenberg? What's up,
Lush, what it do, nigga?
Yoshi? All y'all, Jims. Um, check game
You
though. Check game though. Catch this. I really wish. It's unfortunate that nobody has spoken out because I brought a lot of light to that movement, which I'm happy about because there's a lot of talented people that came from the Twitter Spaces. 4 people from the card that we did when we actually brought these motherfuckers and proved that they're real human beings and battled in person have now graduated to main stage GTX. We got Eunice versus Appa. That was a crazy battle. We got Eunice and Appa both on our next card, as well as Tomboy and Rock Lee. Now, the negative side of that is was empowering a dude that was pulling all this fuck shit and doing all the shit. He never would have been in that position, and I would have been able to nip that in the bud before it even got to fruition. So I really, hopefully, we use this as a catalyst for learning and understanding, and people, speak up. And I think it's actually whack that women are discouraged to speak out about these things in this culture, because if they had, it would have prevented this. But it's not their fault, because at the same time, motherfuckers jump down their throat every time they try to speak up, and then they become like victim blaming through the roof. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, 100% agree with you, Lush. I don't know if this necessarily is that type of situation. I think this was more like an internal thing that happened between friends, and we just kind of getting wind of it. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree with, we got to make sure females got the floor to stand up and speak, and they're not going to be immediately badgered with, we'll prove it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree.
Shit sound like a virgin that never been around girls, and because they were nice to him,
Listen,
he thought he could get a
I
kiss.
knew the listen. I don't. A
He was
lot of
just going
niggas.
for a kiss.
Look, Jens. A lot of
How
niggas is
old is
pulling.
this kid?
A lot of niggas is pulling. I knew this nigga was a weirdo. Always knew he was. Listen, I knew he was a weirdo when they dropped the picture of the nigga and he had a brush in his hand like he not Indian. Nigga don't even know. Nigga had a little water on his shit. That shit go lay right down. Like,
He know too much about
don't
battle
know
rap. He
Indians
quote
gotta brush no
everybody in the
fucking hair,
spaces.
bro.
I knew he
I
was a
said,
weirdo when
homeboy,
he
he
knew.
ain't no good.
He knew too
He
much
ain't no
about
good,
battle rap. I knew he was a weirdo when he
bro.
knew
He
my
had to,
bars. Ain't
bro.
nobody
He.
knew my shits.
I
Once
know
he knew
niggas ain't
my
know what
shits,
Buddy
I was
looked
like,
like.
something wrong.
Jim, last week, Suge, the nigga.
man, listen. I tell you, I'm gonna tell you this personally. Listen, I watch battle rap, but I'm not the person who gonna know every person that every person battled. That's a lie. If it wasn't like a moment in time, then I'm not gonna remember. I can't remember every battle. The biggest moments I can remember: Hollow the Don versus Joe Budden, the rematch of Loaded Lux versus Murder Mook, Loaded Lux versus Calico, Too Serve versus Tay Rock, Too Serve versus Hitman, Hitman versus Aver. I only remember monumental battles that are staples in the culture. What person in America can remember every battler's resume? Boy, I can't even remember who won all the first. I can remember. Okay, Fonz won the first. I can't remember all the other ones.
Had the I'm trying to get waves brushing his hand.
No, but listen. He said, Jims, you said.
Hey, yo, I thought niggas ain't know what Buddy looked like till like last week, though.
Nah, motherfuckers knew what he looked like, but they were protecting him. So people was asking whether or not he was black. So people who knew what he looked like, I swear to God, Jim, people who knew
What they was protecting him from?
Dead ass.
I'm about to tell you.
What they was protecting him from?
He had that bag for that B&B. He like, somebody give me a kiss in this bitch.
Stop saying that, Jim. Like, stop playing, because that nigga ain't crazy.
It's not that.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so he had the bag for the B&B. My God, this makes my head hurt, bro.
It's not that at all, but people wanted to know whether or not he was black. So when asked, people who did know what he looked like would say, yes, he is black, because that's what he tells them. Now, when you look at him and you see the photos, he does look like he's probably Indian or something, like he's not black. Could he possibly have 15% African American in him? Possibly, but that don't mean that you're black. So people were protecting him, and then the photos came out, it's like, oh nah, you really not that.
So the people that's protecting him is just as bad for him lying. They just like, what type of weird shit is
you
wrong?
100%. You 100%. You 100% right. Anybody who Shorty told that main, because you,
I'm gonna like this. The last thing I'm gonna say he didn't come out.
I ain't gonna lie. Pull up.
GEECHI, we need him to pull up ASAP, like right
now. He deleted
his
shit though.
That's a fact.
He ain't come out to the whole.
Shorty, you said it. You got it. Respectfully, stand on it. We ain't gonna dispute it. It's Greedy turn.
Oh,
she
shoot.
spelled first round. We need that rebuttal, you heard?
What's up, Greedy?
Nah, go ahead.
Get out of here.
What's up, Greedy? I know in the game.
Hold up, before Greedy come up here, go stream. You mean Timothy Trap, the one that drawn out right
fire.
there? Yo, you mean fire and shit? You mean this shit? I know this shit about to be recorded on YouTube somewhere, so it's easy to block that. You already know.
What's up, Greedy?
Hello, everybody. I'm here to answer whatever y'all want.
Greedy. Sebastian. What do you got to say? What do you got to say? Follow me on Twitter at Steppers Who Step. Because there's going to be some steppers that come see Greedy.
I want to answer. As long as I get a fair trial, I'm here.
You're going to get a fair... Listen, you know what's funny? Respectfully, Greedy, I ain't even going to do the trial shit that they do because there's some humor behind that, right? Sometimes we can find some humor in things, but I do want to take a serious moment and let you get your shit off. Now, we done heard a few different stories, and there have been some people defending you, and there's been some people that's been rocking with Shorty. What happened with her?
Some of what the story of what she.
All right, there it is. This man was stumbling, so he already started lying. That's lying. Are you already lying?
She said was true. We didn't have any plans to see each other in Atlanta. She told me she didn't want to see me. She had me blocked. She had a separate Airbnb that she said I wasn't welcome to. She made clear to everybody that was hanging out with me that I wasn't welcome there. That was all a fact. Now where the story changes a little bit for me is because I was down there listening. Where it changes for me is
I told y'all.
after the Any Given Sunday event that night, she called one of the friends I was with phone. I won't throw him in there unless people jump in. She called one of the friends that I was with after the event's phone and said, "Let me talk to Greedy." And she hit me up, and you know how women get. She was on some cute shit. Why didn't you speak to me at the event? Yada yada yada. You've been waiting to meet me so long. Why didn't you have anything to say? I'm like, come on, we not doing this. Like, you know why I wasn't speaking to you. You told me not to speak to you. You made it.
Hold on, Greedy. Not to cut you off. Just want to be clear so we don't get too far.
Come on, bro. Let her
This? I
finish.
know. I got him. I got him. Hold on. When you hear this, Easy, you gonna respect it. When you saying she called you and she said, "Why you ain't speak to me?" Right? Is this after the incident in question in Atlanta?
No, this is leading up. I'm talking about the whole story with the Airbnb and everything. So she said that yada yada yada. I'm like, we're not doing that. Like, you know, I'm not speaking to you. And then she asked what we were doing and shit like that, and we coordinated. We were all going to drugs in them Airbnb. Now I won't say like specifically like she came there for me or like I got her there. I know everybody was kind of chit chatting about it, but we coordinated going to drugs Airbnb. Now, when they got the drugs Airbnb, they hit me up to come outside and get them. I'm not sure who texted me. It wasn't TATY, but it was someone in the car that told me to come outside. They were there. I was outside with them. We were all chilling. We were having a good time for like 5-10 minutes. We were actually being like way too loud. We were listening to music, dancing, and she got into a little skirmish with one of her friends. It wasn't like a big deal, but they almost fought. Everybody came outside and shit. And this is also where it changes too. Y'all kept talking about the back seat. I was the one that kind of pulled her away from the fight and helped break it up and shit like that. And she was sitting at her car spazzing out, and Drugs was saying that everybody had to go and shit like that, and she had to leave, and she was sitting there yelling, and I was trying to calm her down, and I was like, just talk to me, like, what's going on? This is but she was being loud as fuck, so I'm like, all right, roll your window up. I'm about to just get in the back seat. And I got in the back seat, and we was chopping it up, talking. Her other friend got in the car. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. I snuck in the car, or
Was she comfortable when you were in the car, Greedy? Like, was she comfortable with you in the car when she noticed you were in the car?
Yeah, we were all hanging out, and we were in the car for plenty of time. We were talking about what we were gonna do. We pulled up to a couple of clubs that ended up being closed. We couldn't find something to do. They were gonna drop me off.
Are we still talking about?
Bro, yeah. Rosenberg, just let him talk. I need the story. I need to know why Greedy went to Grabby.
This is leading up to the incident.
To the hotel.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, this is in the car ride on the way there. So they were gonna drop me off at my hotel room. There was a bunch of people at my hotel room, so I asked if I could come to their Airbnb. She said yeah, it was cool. We went back there. Now, what she said from there also partially true. Now, I did go back there and try to talk to her. I closed the door because a bunch of people had just got there, and I was, I was trying to talk about my feelings and shit. I didn't want everybody hearing me, so I just shut the door. The second she told me, don't shut that door, get the fuck out, I listened to her. I went back into the front room. I was talking to one of her friends. They were asking me about her and shit, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, because
What about you tried to grab her?
She's got this shit going on. I like her, but I think.
Hold on, Greedy. What about you grabbed her and tried to kiss her when you came in her room?
Yeah, so I'm about to get to that. I was sitting there, And I was like, you know, I like her a lot, but there's been a whole bunch of drama.
This man, hey, look, hey, greedy. Sebastian, you're doing a lot of stuttering. A lot of stuttering. You ain't being interrogated. Keep it together. Tell the truth. It will set you free.
She's got her own shit going on. I don't think she wants anything to do with me. And her friend told me that she thought I should try and kiss her. And I was like, okay, I was drunk. And I went up to her again and I tried to kiss her. And she rejected me. And that was what it was. I was like, damn, like, I guess you don't fuck, because the part that gets left out of the story is we didn't meet or anything. Obviously, I'm a burner, but we spent like 3, 4, 5 months in the spaces with each other every day. Like, we were talking on the phone, FaceTime and shit every night. Like, I had a lot of feelings for this girl, and it felt like we got in a big fight. And when that's the context, like, on my side, like, yeah, I tried to kiss her and shit like that, and she rejected me. But it was like I had a lot of feelings for this girl. I'm not like a playboy or nothing like that. Like, I was head over heels for this girl.
Y'all spoke. Y'all had time where y'all.
You were head over heels in the spaces.
Y'all spoke a lot about each other's personal lives off of battle rap. Yeah, like you guys had a personal relationship.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not gonna like front on her and say like we have like a long distance fake relationship or something like that.
Is it true that that was your space's girlfriend?
Bro, why are they not letting him talk? Let him talk. Jeez. Asking these questions and questions and questions.
Girlfriend, you was daddy to her. Y'all would kind of have flirtatious conversation in the spaces.
Yeah, and I'll be real. Like, we weren't like official. We weren't like a real couple in real life or anything like that. Like, she never claimed that. I'll never try to like front on her like that. Like, we were never like a established relationship or anything like that. But everything we were doing led me to believe that, you know, there was romantic feelings there. So me drunk trying to kiss her at the Airbnb was what it was. Now she rejected me and played me like I was a fool afterwards. That is what it is, and I'll take that L. Like I said, like I'm not a playboy. I was head over heels for this girl. Like I'm flirting with other girls to try and make her mad because I don't even know what to do with like that type of attention and shit like that. And you know, like.
All right, I got a question.
I don't know that.
I told y'all.
Yeah, I got a question too.
I didn't know how to move around the shorties. I done told y'all.
I got a question too.
Hold up, Jim. So
hold on. Go ahead.
So, all right, so this is my question. So what happened? What was the breaking point of why all this came out now?
You gotta let him unmute.
To be 100% honest,
shut the fuck up, James.
This is pretty out the blue for me. Now, I was just
in
Philly with
things.
I was just in Philly with everybody. Everything was cool. I heard somebody say that I wasn't welcome at the Philly Airbnb, but when it was booked, and I didn't book or pay for that Airbnb. It was booked and paid for by Lush.
Yeah, I paid for that motherfucker. The fuck?
Yeah. So just to make that clear, but I had a spot at that
Airbnb. Because GTX handles motherfucking BI. That's why.
That's a fact. But I had a spot at that Airbnb, so anything about that, I don't understand. But I just say that to say I was just in Philly with a couple of the people that I see are making accusations about me, and most of the people that are denouncing EFM and ever fucking with me. And I guess people were saying that they didn't know certain shit beforehand and stuff like that. But I was just kicking it with all these people. Everybody just said we had an amazing weekend. Like, I didn't hear anybody saying anything about me then, and out of nowhere this kind of hit me. There was another girl that I was involved with that randomly blocked me on Twitter yesterday, and I didn't know what happened with that. And she told me that she had spoke to her, and that a bunch of things made a lot of sense and all this and that. So I took that for what it was. I just chopped it up to a L. I've had a whole bunch of drama and behind the scenes shit with all this EFM shit, and I've been kind of halfway out the door. Like, I have a lot of shit going on in my personal life. Like, y'all seen, I haven't really been in the spaces and shit like that as it is. And I joined this space last night, and she just started bombing on me, and I wasn't really sure where the energy was coming from. But she ended up going to make her own space, and then they started hurling the accusations, and I didn't know where it was going to go, so I just hopped off the Twitter for the night. And then I woke up in the morning, I got 25 DMs, there's like 3 spaces going on about me, and I was kind of just like sitting there like, should I join the spaces or what? And then I'm just seeing tweets like people that like I talk to all the time that like call me family and shit, like denounce EFM without even saying a word to me. And there's all kinds of shit, and I just deactivated. Like, I just had to step away.
You're welcome to battle rap.
Hey, real quick question. Hey, Rose, real quick. This is the key part.
I'm mad about a lot of things.
Hold on, Suge. Oh, I got you, Suge. Greedy.
Let me relax.
What about you popping up and she was with her boyfriend?
That's what I was about to ask. How all that happened with her man?
What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
You talking about in Philly?
Well,
I believe he's in Philly. Yes, I believe in Philly that she's referring to.
Well, I was just at the EFM Airbnb, and they pulled up. I didn't really speak to either of them the whole time. It wasn't an issue, but we just didn't speak to each other or anything, and there was no problem.
But when you went to kiss her man wasn't there?
Nah, that wasn't that time. That was in Atlanta.
Did you know about her boyfriend at that time?
Yeah, I did. I didn't know that it was her boyfriend, but I knew that they had
something
going on.
So let me ask you this.
Oh my goodness. So Sebastian didn't know that that was her boyfriend, but he knew that he was there, and he went for a kiss anyway. You can't trust these men. You can't trust these type of guys around any woman who is either married, widowed, single.
Fuck that nigga.
Right, Bones. Facts. So it sounds like you caught feelings for a girl you spent time with, talking, spending time with her, right? You caught feelings for her. Regular, that ain't a crime. And you met her, and you made your move, and you missed the layup, right? You thought it was there, and it didn't go down, but you didn't feel like you sexually made any moves to her, or kind of made her feel like she shouldn't feel safe around you, right?
But she even said that it was just a kiss. Greedy Loki had 2 joints. He said he need to be around me. If I mean, was taking all the joints down, I'll show you how to finish the deal.
Yeah.
You didn't have it, kid. You fumbled the buns.
Yeah, so that was why I added the original context. I felt like me giving
what?
it a shot was warranted, and I felt like when I spurned her advances that I gave her space. I didn't feel like I was harassing her. Now, y'all are gonna crack on me and say I'm creepy or I'm weird, or I'll take that L, but I never felt like I sexually harassed anybody.
You're not gonna hear that from a real nigga.
So do you feel you did anything to make her uncomfortable?
And what about the other women that are?
I'll be right back. Hey, I'll be right back with a part 2. So stay tuned. We're going to get busy. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Peace.